Okay. So I guess you know all these the key words. One is leading, and the second one is integrity, and the third one is discipline. All right. So inshallah, we are going to be future leaders, or at least those. I mean, we are going to be somebody who nurture the leaders, isn't it? Inshallah. So some of us may be the leaders, or some of us may be those who make the foundation for the leadership. All right. So that's our topic: leading with integrity and discipline. All right. All right. So we can just watch a short video. How can I click on the link? All right. It's a very short one, just like a reel. No sound, eh? Audio? Do you have the audio? All right.
Let's pass through these temptations without any fear. And let's hope the world is.
Khalas. What do you understand from this video? Anybody? Any leader to respond here? Yes, yeah, my student. What's your thought on this?
Doing something right, doing something right when no one is watching.
Excellent. Doing the proper things when even nobody is watching you. Right. Yes. At the back. Brother. What's your name, brother? Musa.
Yeah,
Musawir. Mus'ab. Oh, Mus'ab ibn Umair.
Going through life's temptations
Yes.
and challenges.
Yes. And we have to go through. Right.
Yes.
We may have faced, and we may face, and we will face. Yes. Right. And that's the nature of the life. And suffering makes a full man, actually. Man, in a sense that, I mean, it's not gender discrimination. Suffering makes a full man. All right. That's life. So even if we suffer, even if we go through temptations, afflictions, sufferings, we have to go through, and we have to work with integrity. And what do you think? Integrity is part of discipline, or discipline is part of integrity? What do you think? Integrity is part of discipline, or discipline is part of integrity? What do you think, sisters? Yeah? Discipline is part of integrity. Right. Why not the other way around? Brother, what's your name? Bilal. Brother Bilal says discipline is part of integrity, isn't it? Why not the other way around?
Because discipline is the way how we can lead in the best way. So showing that integrity.
Okay.
You will show the integrity by doing
Alright.
the
Okay, good. All right. And any different opinions? Any different views? Yeah, sister. What's your name, sister?
I think they go hand in hand.
Hand in hand.
Yes.
I like that, actually. They go in hand in hand. Yeah. Both are complementing, actually. Integrity is part of discipline, and discipline is part of integrity, actually. Yeah. Yeah. We cannot be a man of integrity without discipline, actually. To nurture integrity, we need discipline. And to be a man of integrity, we need discipline. So why two different terms, actually? That's another coming question. Why we need these two terms, integrity and also discipline? Why not we merge into one? All right. So these are the two key terms, that we have to define actually. We have to be very clear in their definitions. All right. Okay, let's go. Do you see this properly or what? Can, eh? Okay, so this is the common definition of integrity, right? Can somebody read that for me?
Quality of being honest.
The quality of being honest
And having strong moral principles.
and having strong moral principles
That you refuse to change.
that you refuse to change.
Yeah.
Very clear, right? The quality of being very honest, al-amin, right? We have learned a lot. And since our primary or madrasa education, we have been listening to this. Amin, amana, iman, all these things, right? Be with honesty, right? So it's a quality actually. It's a quality. What do you mean by quality? It's an attribute. It's a positive attribute for someone to be honest, even if you are not funded, all right? Or even if nobody is watching you, right? So that's the quality, right? That's a personal and professional quality, right? The quality of being honest and having strong moral principles that you refuse to change. So there are, according to Marxian theory, there is nothing in this world that is not changing except change. All right? But in Islam, there are some absolute, stuffs that cannot be changed. And this quality is one of them. We cannot change everything, no. Not everything is flexible, no. Don't believe in that nonsense. Not everything is flexible. No, we cannot change our God. We cannot change the values. Values are not relative, as the modern world emphasizes. Values are flexible, relative, right? We have relativism theory, right? We have cultural theory. Our values can be changed according to culture, according to society, according to community, according to your values, right? No, it's a nonsense actually. There are some things that cannot be changed, right? So this quality is one of them that we cannot change, right? Quality of being honest, right? Then, from an Islamic perspective, this is all about integrity. Integrity is salama. Salama. What is salama? Assalamu Alaikum. Right. Salama, Being safe. Being safe from all kind of diseases and defects. Integrity is salama. Right. What a beautiful word is salama, right? Is there Sister Salama here? No, eh? Right. I like that, the word salama. And also, it is kamal. Ahlu Gaza or Ahlu Palestine, mawsufuna bil jamali wal kamal. Right? Have you heard that? Wahum mawsufuna bil jamali wal kamal. With the beauty and perfection. So that's kamal. I mean, somebody has attributed the beautiful people of Palestine, right? Hum mawsufuna bil jamali wal kamal, right? They are positively attributed with the beauty and perfection. So this any brother or sister from Palestine here? MashaAllah. Who is that? Ah, Bilal, MashaAllah. Oh, from which part?
I'm from the part 48 lands.
All right, not from Gaza, is it?
No, not Gaza.
Alhamdulillah. All right. One of my students from Gaza, he is suffering now. He has been suffering, since 1 or 2 years.
But we all same.
Yeah.
We feel same.
I know. I feel you. I'm closer than many people to you, actually. in a sense that, I get to know all the updates from my, I have two students. One is Reem Aswaiti, she just graduated, and one is Abu Armana. And lately, no update on him actually. I think before 2 months, he sent me one video saying that he has some problems. Some of his family members have waqadustushhidu. May Allah accept them, right? It's a big sigh. What else? Inshallah. So may you be safe and healthy. وَنَحْنُ أَمْوَاتٌ وَهُمْ أَحْيَاءٌ خلاص. وَنَحْنُ أَمْوَاتٌ وَهُمْ أَحْيَاءٌ. Right. So that is Kamal. The word Kamal goes in many ways actually. So integrity is also aligned with this Kamaliya. Right? Kamal. And then there is istiqamah. Istiqamah. The firmness. قُلْ آمَنْتُ بِاللَّهِ ثُمَّ اسْتَقِيمُ. I mean, somebody asked the Prophet, "Oh Prophet, what should I do? How should I live?" The Prophet immediately responded, "قُلْ آمَنْتُ بِاللَّهِ." You say, "I believe in God." ثُمَّ اسْتَقِيمُ. And be firm with that. Don't change. It's not flexible, right? That is istiqamah, right? And then amana. Everybody knows that. Amana, right? إِنَّا عَرَضْنَا الْأَمَانَةَ عَلَى السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ وَالْجِبَالِ فَأَبَيْنَ أَنْ يَحْمِلْنَهَا وَأَشْفَقْنَ مِنْهَا وَحَمَلَهَا الْإِنسَانُ إِنَّهُ كَانَ ظَلُومًا جَهُولًا. I mean, God has entrusted this amana to us, and then we were very foolish actually. We were very stupid. Ascribing, you check the one word insan in Quran. How many times Allah has used the word insan? You just check, go and explore, and then you see all the verses. Whenever God explains this insan, in majority of the times He has explained and attributed this word insan with the negativity. And this verse is one of them. Inna aradna al-amanata ala samawati wal ard wal jibal fa abayna an yahmilnaha wa ashfaqna minha. I mean, we, God, we entrusted this amana, a big thing. It's not a small thing. We demonstrated and showed this amana ala samawat, onto the heavens, wal ard, onto the earth, wal jibal, onto the mountains. فَأَبَيْنَ أَنْ يَحْمِلْنَهَا. They humbly say, "No, God, no, we cannot." فَأَبَيْنَ أَنْ يَحْمِلْنَهَا وَأَشْفَقْنَ مِنْهَا. They were very scared of accepting that, this amana, this big stuff. Then what happened? The man proudly said, "Oh God, give it to us." فَأَبَيْنَ أَنْ يَحْمِلْنَهَا وَأَشْفَقْنَ مِنْهَا وَحَمَلَهَا الْإِنسَانُ. We said, "God, give it to us." And then Allah is ascribing us. Innahu kana zaluman jahula. See the words that he is using, very powerful words. Innahu kana zaluman. What is zalum? Zalum comes from zulm. From zulm first comes zalim, right? And the extreme version of zalim is zalum. So innahu kana zaluman jahula. And also jahula, the extreme version of ignorant. Innahu kana zaluman jahula. So that is amana. See how powerful and how strong integrity is, since amana is there. Right? So amana is not a small thing. Right? Okay, so salama, kamal, istiqama, then amana. Right? And then tamamiyah. Right? Tamam. We know that. Tamamiyah. It's also, it also comes from tamam, the word tamam. Perfection also. Alright? Inna Allaha yuhibbu idha amila ahadukum amalan an yutqinahu. Whenever you do something, do it with perfection. An yutqina. Right? Itqan. Alright? Then we say, Tamatil kitabi bi'awnillah. Right? Chapter closed. Right? When something is closed, it should be perfect. Right? That should be the norm, at least for Muslims. But do we really close the chapters in a perfect manner? I don't think so. In many cases, right? Then, according to Al-Ghazali, this is another definition of integrity. Integrity. Okay, can somebody read? Yeah, sister. Yeah, yes. What's your name, sister? Savage. All right. Do I pronounce it correctly? Savage. Oh, Savage. All right. Okay. Thank you, sister. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Do you have mic for the sister? Come into action. All right.
Integrity is the alignment of one's heart, words, and actions with truth, sincerity, and righteousness. It involves steadfastness in moral conduct, accountability to oneself and Allah, and the rejection of hypocrisy, ensuring harmony between inner intentions and outward behavior.
Yes. Thank you, sister. Thank you. Very good. See, what are the elements here? Our heart, our words, our actions, our deeds, our daily routines have to be aligned with these all types of elements. Right. All right. So these are some of the elements, some chosen elements of integrity. Right. Fulfilling trust, and that's amana, right? Avoiding hypocrisy, right? Nifaq. When you check Surah Al-Baqarah, Allah is ascribing the mu'minun, ذَلِكَ الْكِتَابُ لَا رَيْبَ فِيهِ هُدًى لِلْمُتَّقِينَ الَّذِينَ يُؤْمِنُونَ بِالْغَيْبِ وَيُقِيمُونَ الصَّلَاةَ إِلَى آخِرِ. Right? Allah is ascribing the mu'minun, and then the kuffar, the mushrikun, also ascribing the mushrikun. But when Allah begins describing the munafiqun, Allah is very harsh, actually, very fierce. Allah has used 14 verses, to be exact, to describe the nifaq and those who do the nifaq. So it's not a small thing, actually. In Surah Al-Baqarah, the longest surah, Allah is ascribing and describing the munafiqun with 14 verses. Right? Think the magnanimity of the Quran, as the Quran has left many things unexplained. Right? Many unexplained things are there in the Quran, and we had to explore to find it. But Allah is clearly explaining in detail about the munafiqun, how dangerous they are. See? 14 verses, to be exact. Right? So nifaq, there is, if there is an element, a dot of nifaq in our heart, khalas. That is just like what, when you multiply 1 million with the zero, khalas. There is nothing left. Right? And that's the residual of nifaq. Right? So we have to completely in alignment with the amana. Right? And then truthfulness, yes, as-sidq, alaykum bis-sidq, fa inna as-sidqa yahdi ila al-birr. Right? And Allah is commanding to us, ya ayyuhalladhina amanu kunu ma'as-sadiqin. Right? The Prophet is explaining and instructing to us, alaykum bis-sidq, be the truth bearers, be with the sadiqun. Right? Alaykum bis-sidq, because indeed the sidq, this honesty, the truthfulness will lead you to the beneficial things. عليكم بالصدق فإن الصدق يهدي إلى البر. Right? So that is sidq. Later I will show you why. I mean, how are we going to be confused? Some ethical dilemmas. Later I will go to. I will share with you. And then ihsan. What do you mean by ihsan? What is ihsan? Bilal, yeah, mashallah, very dynamic.
إن الله يحب إذا عمل أحدنا الزنا. After the crime there is the ihsan.
Yeah.
You make the something in the best way.
All right.
Yeah.
The excellent version of something, right?
Allah accepted. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Yeah, brother. What's your name, brother?
Me, Marwan.
Marwan.
Yeah.
All right.
الإحسان as I learned it أن تعبد الله كأنك تراه فإن لم تكن تراه فإنه يراك.
Right. Right. أن تعبد الله كأنك تراه
Allah
فإن.
see you, even you will not see Allah.
All right.
He sees you. So when you act within this rule, so you will act perfect.
Yeah. So it's part of integrity or not?
Yeah. So big.
Definitely. Right. أن تعبد الله كأنك تراه فإن لم تكن تراه فإنه يراك. Yes. So, yeah, correct. MashaAllah. Good. Marwan and Bilal. Anybody else wants to comment? Yeah. Antum Doktor? Not yet. Yeah? Goodness. Ihsan. Yeah, is goodness. Yes. Of course, goodness. The excellent version of something. That is ihsan. أن تعبد الله كأنك تراه فإن لم تكن تراه فإنه يراك. See. That is ihsan. So it's definitely part of integrity. Right? And then a sense of accountability. Sense. It's sense. There is a typo error in that. Sense of accountability. So even if nobody is funding or watching you, and of course, if all the Muslims practice all these things, there is no need of CCTV at the mosque. Right? Look and see how many CCTVs we have installed. What does it mean actually? Are we the bearer of integrity, ihsan, itqan, iman, and all that? So if there is ihsan, itqan, iman, amana, istiqama, integrity, everything in our life, there is no need of a CCTV at the mosque, right? the most sacred place. I wonder. Brother, yeah.
Is it sense of accountability? Is it part of ihsan? It is a part of ihsan.
Everything is interconnected actually. You cannot detach, a term with something, You cannot actually detach. Everything, it is working as an interlock actually. Interlock. Everything is connected. Right. How can we develop a sense of accountability without, having a sense of ihsan? Right. And suppose if there is no sense of responsibility or a liability for us, then we cannot, of course, be muhsinun. Inna Allah yuhibbul muhsinin. Right. So if we are really muhsinun, there is no need of CCTV. We should, after this module, you should request to the mosque committee to uninstall all the CCTVs. Because after this course, I'm sure that you are going to be muhsinun. Okay. So is that all? Is that all? What do you think? Anything else that can be considered as elements of integrity and discipline? Is that all? Yeah. Brother, what's your name, brother? Abdul Hakim. All right, yeah.
Another element I think can fall under integrity is transparency.
Transparency, very good. Yes, transparency, very good. Abdul Hakim, mashallah. Transparency. Do you want to explain that?
the ability to, for example, have sort of financial prudence,
All right.
being able to clearly account for what you have been entrusted. That
All right.
be under trust, but
Okay.
that transparency
Mm.
has to do with you being open,
All right.
being clear, and
Good.
being accountable.
Excellent. Very good. Being transparent. Right? Anything else? Anything else? That is under integrity, sisters? All right. So these are some more, if you want. Some more elements of integrity. All right. Right. Ethics, moral values, truth, right? Lawful, strong, uprightness, rectitude, honorable, gentle, kind, all ethical values actually. Right? Many, right? All these come under integrity. So you cannot be a true man of integrity unless you follow all these actually. All right? So it's a habituation. It's a habituation of elements, certain elements and values. That is integrity. Right? I hope you faham, inshallah. Right? And then, so that's a clarity on integrity. Right? Now we have to define what discipline is. Right? We have to define what discipline is. Somebody can read? What is discipline? Anybody can read? Yeah. Yes, brother, what's your name?
Aiman.
Ayman.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Okay.
So, as what state at the front, the ability to control yourself or other people, even in difficult situation. Discipline is also the ability to control a mental activity. Also, the ability to make yourself do something, even if it is difficult, so that you can achieve a goal.
Yeah, and this the last definition is so much relatable to us as students and academicians, right? Even if I don't like to write, I have to, you know. Right, I have to produce some academic papers, and that's the nature of this job. And even if you don't like to study and read, you have to, right? That is discipline. Even if you don't like to wake up early in the morning, you have to, and that's discipline, right? So that's all about discipline, right? Discipline is, somebody. I give you more chance to read and reflect. Anyone wants to read? These are the definitions according to Islamic perspectives.
The whole thing?
Yeah. Please. What's your name, brother?
Musab again. Musab.
Oh, Mus'ab.
Again, yeah.
Alright.
Discipline is the ability to restrain oneself from desires that lead away from Allah, while dedicating oneself to acts that would that draw closer to Him, marked by persistence and sincerity. Ibn al-Qayyim al-Jawziyah. Discipline is to compel the soul to act in accordance with the guidance of the Quran and Sunnah, restraining it from whims and excesses, so it may fulfill its purpose in worshipping Allah alone. Ibn Taymiyyah.
All right. Thank you. Very good. I remember some of the stories of the Prophet, how he disciplined. The purpose of the purpose of human life is to get disciplined, actually. That's altogether, what we can say. We have an ambition, and that ambition is to get disciplined. Otherwise, the world is going to be in chaos, right? I remember, the Prophet, when as a military commander and as a life coach and as a politician, how he used to discipline and mold and nurture his, companions, his students, to be exact. You remember Khalid bin Walid, isn't it? Everybody knows the one of the warriors of the Islam, right? And he was a man of blood. You know, even after he came, he embraced Islam. He was a man of blood. You know, he liked to kill people. He likes to go to battle, and that was his nature. You know, totally harsh, very fierce. He cannot tolerate with any type of injustice. So at one battle, you know what happened? He accidentally killed, not accidentally, but you know, one pregnant woman was walking by him, and then he killed her. It was during a battle, actually, during a battle. And this was reported to the Prophet, the commander, right? Because it was the Prophet who sent him as one of the military, and then he killed one of the pregnant women. The Prophet get very angry, very harsh, and after that, for a few days, Khalid bin Walid returned from the battle, and then he really wanted to apologize, actually. He really wanted to apologize. Because he knew that in Islam it is not permissible, you know, it's not permitted to kill the woman or, you know, the pregnant woman. We had to protect, right? And that is under the war ethics. So Khalid bin Walid, he really wanted to come to the Prophet and apologize. You know what the Prophet did? He didn't give a single day of appointment, a single minute of appointment to Khalid bin Walid after that incident. And it continued for weeks and months. The Prophet never wanted to talk to him. Right? So it was a coaching. It was, you know, when we see the leadership style of the Prophet, we always talk about the softness of the Prophet, right? I mean, we know the Prophet was gentle, kind, soft, but there were some moments the Prophet was very harsh, actually. He was very harsh to the companions at the moments like this. And then after, you know, many days, the Prophet called Khalid bin Walid, and then he warned, he instructed how to behave during battle times. That was a coaching, actually. So all this, you know, blood type of mentality, the being fierce, you know, the harshness of Khalid bin Walid disappeared after this incident. He became a good companion, one of the best companions. So that was the coaching style of the Prophet. Right. That was part of discipline that the Prophet did. Many such incidents. Many means in a sense that, you know, how the Prophet, you know, identified the target audience that the da'wah should go to. How the Prophet disciplined the companions to go and face the dangers. Look at the story of Ayyash, one of the companions, one of the early companions of Islam, Ayyash. You can see this history when you read Thomas Arnold, The Preaching of Islam. Ayyash, you know, the Prophet was preparing him to go to one of the non-believing rulers. I forgot his name. Was it Najashi? No, it was not Najashi, but one Syrian king, if I'm not mistaken. And then Ayyash, you know, came to the Prophet, and then the Prophet was instructing him, you know, okay, do this, A, B, C, D, you know, all this step by step. Okay, when, I mean, can we imagine, you know, a commander, just a political leader saying this? Oh, Ayyash, when you enter to the city of that ruler, okay, do this. Okay, the first adab is don't travel at night. Don't enter their gate at night. Okay, enter to that city during daytime only. Right? And then after you enter, okay, before entering, you have, to practice certain types of adab. I give you this letter to that ruler, and you hold this letter with your right hand. Right? So after you enter during the daytime, you hold this letter that I'm going to give you with the right hand, and give to the ruler, not nobody else. Give to the ruler, and then ask them to receive the letter with the right hand. If the ruler is accepting the letter with your left hand, don't give that. Right? And after receiving this letter with the right hand, you recite لم يكن الذين كفروا من أهل الكتاب والمشركين منفكين حتى تأتيهم البينة رسولا من الله إلى آخره. You recite the whole surah. And after giving all these letter, you ask them to respond to you. And when they start responding, if you don't understand their language, you ask them for a tarjuman, for a translator. And after that, you command and you instruct. You ask them to accept Islam with Bismillah. After reciting Lam Yakun. I mean, there are many steps like this. See how the Prophet, as a strategic planner, actually, he knew, how is he going and where is he going to. He knew that. He knew the target audience. So don't go to the, public speaking or presentation without knowing your target audience. I came here and I prepared this slide. I knew you, I knew you. I knew my target audience. So the Prophet did that. And the incident continues. And then what happened actually? The Prophet asked, this messenger to bring all of them to the public space, and then ask to cut, certain sticks. There are 3 types of sticks, and that sticks, they were used for the worship, idol worshippers. So the Prophet was asking this messenger, oh my messenger, oh Ayyash, later after spreading all these things, you had to ask them to cut. You yourself cut all these 3 sticks that they're gonna worship, and then nobody will reject you. All of them they will accept. And Ayyash is later saying, I did step by step all these processes, all these step by step actions according to exactly what the Prophet said to me, and then nobody rejected me. See, that was a political statement during that time. Right? So that is discipline. Right? All right. Okay. Why? It's not changing, brother. Okay. All right. And as we mentioned about the elements of integrity, these are the elements, some of the chosen elements of discipline. Right? We have moral leadership, trustworthiness, accountability, self-control, right? And fulfilling obligations, fulfilling our duty, fardu ain and fardu kifaya, etc., all these, right? So when you are a student, you have to fulfill some obligations, right? It is not about getting the certificates. It's about adhering to the moral values, actually, right? And then time management and prioritization. Yes, of course, that is very much relatable to every one of us, right? Time management and prioritization. But yeah, so many of us, admittedly doesn't know how to prioritize things, and later things are going to be in chaos, right? Hectic, messy, right? So this comes. So now you realize discipline is part of integrity and vice versa. Integrity is part of discipline. We cannot be man of integrity without having a discipline, proper discipline. Right? And why it is very important in our workplace, right? In our workplace. Why? There are many reasons, right? Many reasons that we know, and then many reasons, many unknown reasons. And in Islam, that goes to the metaphysical things. Our motivation should be intrinsic motivation. In Islam, we focus more on intrinsic motivation. How many types of motivation are there? Basically two, right? I mean, intrinsic and extrinsic. Extrinsic motivation, what do you mean by extrinsic motivation? Anybody? Yeah? Yeah, sister, no problem. What's your name? Salama, eh? What's your name, sister? Yeah, what's your name?
Mishal. Mishal.
Mish'al.
Yeah.
Oh, Mish'al. All right. Yeah. All right. So,
The extrinsic factors are the other factors, environmental factors that affects.
so extrinsic motivation means, just.
The other factors that surrounding factors that
Okay.
affects our motivation.
Yeah. All right. So intrinsic.
Our internal, our own, our own interest, self-interest.
All right. Good. Very good. Extrinsic motivation. When you do a job, you get paid, and that payment is extrinsic motivation. All right. So what is the extrinsic motivation of your job? That is a payment. That is a salary package. That is extrinsic motivation. What is the intrinsic motivation of your job? That is metaphysical. I mean, in Islam, we say, okay, I am doing this job for the sake of my family, for upbringing my family, and for the sake of Allah. That is the true purpose. And that is intrinsic motivation, right? Right. So we have to have this, we focus more on intrinsic motivation. Extrinsic may change, we may lose, we may lack the extrinsic motivation. For example, if you are students, okay, what is the extrinsic motivation of your study? To get marks, to get a good certificate, all that, right? That is extrinsic motivation. But what is the intrinsic motivation? To fulfill the true purpose of life, right? Learn for the sake of Allah, right? وَطَهِّرِ الْقَلْبَ وَصَحِّحِ نِيَّةً, right? وَمُنَّ بِالْأَسْبَابِ لَا بِالْمُنْيَةِ, right? That is the, yeah, brother.
Yes.
You are agreeing. All right. Right. So that is the intrinsic motivation of yours, as a student, right? This is how you build the discipline, according to Jordan Peterson, and there is nothing to disagree with, actually. There are some, steps. Life doesn't wait, as we know that. Every moment is precious. Care for your body and mind, al-aqlu salim fil jismi salim, right? Right. And then build the life you want. And what life you want, that's the question, all right? And keep your progress private. Don't post everything in social media, like this. No need, actually. Is there any need? No need. People are jealous. So no need to post everything on social media. No need. Make everything on your WhatsApp status, Facebook, Instagram. No need, actually. Right. Keep things private. And the Prophet Yusuf, the Ahsanul Qasas, is a good example for that. Right. Don't tell everything to everybody. No need. Right. And then let go of the past. Let go of the past. Don't seek approval. Don't wait for the validation. You do your job. Don't wait for somebody's approval. And this is what social media made us actually. Why do we post? Because we need some likes and some reactions, right? Love reactions. Some approval from our friends or colleagues or somebody, from our girlfriends. And then listen to the right people. Yes, you have to listen to the right people. Don't listen to everybody that you meet. No need. You have to listen to the right person, your right mentor, right? Learn by watching others. Yeah, how do we walk? How do we talk? Because we used to watch somebody, right? Imitate the right persons, right? So these are some of the steps. No time actually. I don't want to.
Sir,
Yeah.
sometimes we need to share in social media to encourage others to do some actions, push them for change. So, what I mean that it's okay to share in social media because maybe the others will follow what you do. For example, we are here, we attend this a great program, so we share in social media that we are here, we are doing something for ourselves and for others. So maybe other one he saw your stories or your poster will do the same what you do.
All right.
For example, in Palestine, in Gaza,
Okay.
what happened in Gaza? You did mention before that you are updated in what happened there. So because social media and they are sharing what they do, so we know the news. So I just want to add this one. It's okay to share.
It's okay. My point is don't put everything. You don't need to put everything on social media. That's the whole point actually. And we are living in a new world order. Our social media is part of our body, right? As I have written on this, social media is closer to us than our toilet, right? Social media is closer to us than our toilet. So we cannot survive without it. But the point is, don't put everything. Yeah, correct. Yeah, you don't need to put everything on social media. This celebrity culture, it's a waste actually. Celebrity culture, right? Thank you. Good comment actually. It means you are listening, mashallah. And these are some of the life stories. Have you received the module, the booklet on this? So you can read that. I don't want to explain this actually. This is a story from the second Khalif Umar radiyallahu anhu. MashaAllah, such a wonderful life. Can you just imagine a political leader, making all these things through his life? No wonder the people called him Al-Adl, Al-Adl. The justice was his name, not his attribute. Al-Adl Umar, right? Umar was Adl, right? Because of all these kind of stories. And then there is another story about Salahuddin al-Ayyubi, the warrior of crusade. He also did the same actually. When he was releasing all these, the ghanima and all that, he encountered during the battlefield many poor Christians who couldn't pay the jizya, and then he released all of a sudden. He was so rahim, not rahim but merciful. Yeah. That was the quality of the leadership. And how he got that? Because he was molded and mentored through the school of thought of Shaykh al-Jilani, Abdul Qadir al-Jilani, the Jilanian school of thought. Right. And then, okay, khalas. Here we end. All right. So now you can just divide into yourself. Are you divided? Yes. Okay. Ummah is wahda. Don't get divided. But for the sake of this assignment, you divide yourself into group, and then you read this, and then you come up with your answer. I'm going to ask you certain questions, and then you have to respond, right? And that will be the end, right? So, can somebody read this? Bilal, you want to read? Yeah, brother. What's your name, brother?
I'm Yusuf Kawesa.
Yusuf, the second name?
Kawesa.
Right.
Yeah, from Uganda.
Okay, good. MashaAllah. Nice to meet you, bro.
Nice
okay,
to meet
you read.
Doctor. The Silent Compromise.
Yes.
You are a director of a Muslim-founded edtech startup.
Yes.
In brackets, London, Berlin. Your app teaches Islamic ethics to youth. A major investor offers offers pounds 500k, but it demands you remove controversial content building. Okay. Controversial content, including lessons on riba, in brackets, interest, too political for European markets, gender interaction guidelines, not inclusive enough.
You understood the scenario? Understood, right.
Your choice, option A, reject the deal, run out of funds in 3 months, lay off team, app dies. Option B, compromise, secure funding, reach 100k Muslim youths.
All right. So this is the scenario. Okay. Just imagine yourself in the shoe and then respond to this. What would you do, right, as a leader, as a person in charge, PIC? Where is the line between pragmatism and betrayal of the principles? And yeah, this happens in our daily life, actually. Right. How do you cultivate the discipline to say no when your team's job are at stake? Share your principles and counter offer. All right. Work on this. Yeah. You have 3 minutes and then you respond. Only 3 minutes to respond to this big issue. Anybody? Yes, Mus'ab, mashallah. Yeah? Mike. Give him the mic. Mus'ab. Yes, mashallah. Let's listen to Mus'ab. Yeah.
So we have agreed on option B.
All right. Just reject the deal and then come to the safe zone. Khalas.
No, option B. Option B.
All right. What's the option B?
Secure funding. Compromise.
Attention, everyone. Attention. Can you listen to one of the mic?
Can you explain?
Explain why I chose option B? Because if you reject the deal, there's nothing. So you won't teach no Muslim youth. You won't reach 100k youth. But if you accept the deal, you can at least teach something. The 100,000 will benefit from something. And after the deal, maybe you can include another investor who will support your deal. But
so
rejecting
accept it right now.
Accept it right now.
And do the good things later.
Yeah.
Right.
No, wait. Everything is good. It's just removing riba and segregation. That's the only thing that's removed, yeah?
So removing all these values are okay for you.
Is it only this that's removed or all the values?
These are some examples.
So what will be taught in the app other than this?
Just imagine the values that you can suppose.
You can explain your point.
What? I don't understand. I'm sorry.
The non-inclusive contents, as they claim.
So no, I'm asking, what does the app teach other than the general
Just imagine
interest?
any non-inclusive contents, just like the riba or ikhtilat or whatever. Just imagine.
So it's like maybe morals, characteristics of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, stuff like that.
No, everybody likes the moral character, but you know the controversial contents.
Okay, my team members. Sorry.
The controversial contents.
Yeah, I actually have a contrasting opinion. So
yeah.
All right. But yeah, so I was saying to actually reject the deal, based on the fact that what's most important today as well is addressing these controversial issues.
All right.
So removing that and compromising your principles for short-term gain might not be the best approach, especially if it is only 3 months, or you might even be able to find alternative investors within that time or after.
So at the moment you just reject.
Yeah, at first, if possible, negotiate.
Okay, I got you. Yeah. All right. Okay. Any? Yeah, sister. Yeah.
Who first?
Yeah.
There first.
Sister.
He will choose. I think for us, we think there should be option C. You don't have to do A or B.
So there should be an option C.
There should be an option C.
What
and the
if there
option
is no?
C is a kind of combination of B, but with the intention of not. You are creating a curriculum that's in the app. You have your goal that you want to achieve, which is actually not to educate people about riba and all of that. That is asking you to remove. Why not just create the content in a way that in the first 3 months you are exposing them to the basics. Then, if he's asking you to remove it, you might take his money. In his mind, he might think, yes, you are following his lead, but you have a goal in mind. And the goal in mind is that instead of teaching these people this content in 3 months because we want to fund the project for 3 months, for example, we are going to just introduce them to the basis. And then at the end of that course, that 3 months, we already make them know that there are controversial issues. We won't say it that way. Just like, let's say, you're learning ABC for now. Then after 3 months, you're learning 2-letter words. So you're already educating your audience of what you want to teach them, but you're not giving them the whole picture.
Before starting up this startup, you have to educate and start a school.
I'm talking about, let's say we are the one that want to create that app now. We are a team member, right? We know what we want to achieve. But then you come to us that we should remove this particular content because it's not okay for the audience. So we'll take your money, not because we are deceiving you, but we are taking your money with, okay, no problem. Is that what you want us to do? But we know that this content is supposed to cover 3 months. Then we are going to spread our content in a way that we are not doing what you ask us to do. But we are using your money to fund our idea preliminarily.
All right.
So we are teaching just A, B, C, D.
All right.
But we know at the end of the day, we are still going to come to 2-letter words, IF, if.
Okay.
But then we educate our audience and they are anticipating the orders. And then we bring in that particular controversial issue you don't want us to bring. We now bring it in.
All right.
So that's the way we think it should be. That way our youths, we get to reach them. Our goal is still achieved, but we're not giving them the full knowledge yet, just yet. But yet, we are still able to let them anticipate the rest of the content.
All right. Thank you, sister. There and then there. Right. This group.
There first.
Press. And then there. Right. Everybody got chance.
Assalamu Alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
I think I am going to apply some African formula. But before that, I want to just highlight some hadiths of Ammar bin Yasir. Okay.
When someone's holding a microphone, can everyone at least pay the respect and attention to the one holding, please?
Okay. Hadith of Ammar bin Yasir, whereby non-Muslim want to kill him, they say, will kill you unless otherwise you insult Prophet. So you see, the only way he can survive is to insult Prophet. And when he does that, he go to the Prophet and crying. The Prophet ﷺ told him that if they repeat again, do it, you are innocent. So I think here, if you look at the rules he give me, he say, if I'm going to avoid this rule, I can do anything else, right? Okay. I have to look for the best option. That is, if I reject it, the best thing, those people that are working there, they have their family. So family can put in a problem. Those people can be kidnappers, terrorists, attackers, so that they can get money and survive their family. So the thing here is I have to take option B. If I take option B, I follow his rules, what he says. If I do that, then I will get the profit, right? This profit is my personal money. So at the same time, I can call my friend. I said, okay, I want you to go and open a company similar to that company, but do the things that are excluded to my agreement. So I give him my own personal money to do it so that we will implement those things. So I think this is what we should do.
All right. Please note all the responses, and later I'm going to ask you. All right. Yeah, brother, at that group, and then you. At the end, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. We'll go for option A.
Okay.
Why? And I would like to start with a verse in the Quran that وَلَوْ آمَنْ أَهْلُ الْقُرَى لَفَتَحْنَا عَلَيْهِمْ بَرَكَاتٍ مِنَ السَّمَاءِ. So we're talking about integrity and discipline. So these two things are not going for free. You have to suffer or to if you want to be disciplined, it's not free. It is not something that is easy. With the intention and with the belief that you have, so I will be thinking of, we don't have one just major investor in the whole world. So by the time we have that in mind, that Allah, we are doing this for you, provide, even He has already promised on in the Quran, according to the verse I quoted the other time. So when we stick to that, it might not even close to 3 months before we have our own major investor that is going to invest, and we do the normal thing. That is simple.
All right. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. Brother. Yeah. This group. Yes.
So what I want to say is I will choose the option 1. I will reject. Why? Because I think that the real problem now in our Islamic countries is because every leader choose the option 1. Because they want to okay, they want to be a safe. But I want to say that our Islam came to change the wrong society, to change the false reality, not to live with this false society or false reality. So Allah Azza wa Jal said, so to be aware that why we are in this situation now, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say, أفتؤمنون ببعض الكتاب وتكفرون ببعض فما جزاء من يفعل ذلك منكم إلا خزي في الحياة الدنيا. That will be khizy in your this dunya, that you will be a weak like what we are now as a Muslims. So our Islam is one package. If you want to use this one package, it's okay. If you don't want to use this package, you just want to use some of it, so you will be like what we are now. We're seeing our brothers, there is a genocide in Gaza, they cannot do anything because our leaders choose the option 1. That's it. Thank you.
All right. Any other group? Yeah. Saiful. Saiful.
Yes, more?
At the end. Yeah.
Come. تفضل.
All right, Assalamu Alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So for our group, we have divergent opinions. Some go for A, others for B. So I would speak in light of the second option. So first of all, there is need for some clarity. In the scenario, there is nowhere it says that you are going to promote interest consumption. There is nowhere it says that you accept interest as permissible. So we decided to be on the middle ground. So for example, these are the terms. So we are going to study them. We are going to negotiate. But the thing is, we are prioritizing reaching 100,000 Muslims on other pressing issues regarding the ummah that are not only limited to riba. We believe that this is going to be a contract for a while, and by the time we end the contract, of course, we'll be flexible enough to cover other more pressing issues, including riba. So this is what we agreed on, and we use an analogy from the Treaty of Hudaybiyah, when the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the Quraysh demanded that the Rasulullah be removed from the agreement letter. So Ali radiallahu anhu hesitated, he couldn't. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam himself cleared it after he was shown where it was written. But bearing in mind that this wiping does not admit that the Muslims have from now on unconsidered the Prophet as a messenger of Allah. No, they are still on their faith, but since the Quraysh demanded that, so you know our stand, you know our belief. But for this moment, we come on a common ground, okay? In the sense that yes, to us, he is both Muhammad and messenger. But to you, you only accept him as Muhammad. Okay, fine, for the meantime. But that enabled the Muslim Ummah to grow, the da'wah to spread. Letters were sent to different kings in Persia and so on. And the Muslim Ummah developed. So then the second opinion.
Any other group? Yeah, sister.
The opposing one.
Oh, time's up. All right.
Time is up.
Maybe 1 minute for them. 1 minute.
Yeah, I think he got
1 minute. Yeah. You
1
can
minute?
just conclude within 1 minute.
Wait.
1 minute.
Can I go ahead?
You still want to add on?
Yes. We go with option A. Just a humble opinion that in the day we live in, we are taking B and looking short term, where we should have taken A. On the basis of this lecture today, based on principles and integrity, what are you going to be remembered for? If you stick to the principles, even others before you or after you will remember. And I will quote, with every dollar, they pull another stringer. So for every money they give you, there is something. So if you look at, they've given me, I'm going to reach to 100 or how many K youth, you're going to give them for every, they will be able to manipulate you. So that means that you are going into a trap. That even if you finish the 3 months, they will be able to bring another idea so that you accept. You understand? So we have to take our principles, be discipline and integrity.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. Yeah, please. Do it fast, please. Right. See how this, what are the things that contribute to the decision making? Yes.
So we definitely choose the option A, but we wanted to add something. So here the context is very important. If you read the first line, it says the place is London, Berlin. So in the West, riba interest is one of the hugest issues. So even if you are not teaching it, I think many people are not well aware of like the mistakes and the controversies it brings. So you might choose the option B, but then you are diluting the population and you're not teaching them one of the important pillars and one of the important principles of Islam. So even if you're laying off your employees for 3 months, they might be coming up with a different project, different app, and then still make money. So when you choose what is ethical, Allah will put barakah in it, and then in the long run you will be benefiting both the society and also the population.
Thank you, sister. All right. Now my question is, another 1 minute. Last one, right? Last one. Yes, brother.
Yeah, I think that the context is important because we are not talking about Muslim countries. London, Great Britain, Berlin, Germany, that's the Christian countries or Western countries. They don't know anything about riba. They don't have interest about it. That's not issue for them. But if you are Muslim in a country where are you minority, you have to slightly adapt your principles. if you want to stay here on that place, to make safe zone for the other Muslims.
All right.
And I think that the option B is not bad. We can choose that, and after some times you can improve that option. Because
All right.
take anything you give.
Thank you. The question is, which one was the best decision so far? Think about that. All right. I won't judge you, but there are certain things that we have to approach when we decide. Decision making is not easy, and it is the important one. Decision making. Everybody can contribute to the opinions, to the views, and all that. But as a leader, decision making is important. That's it. Okay, khalas. Can you move? All right. That was a last and final slide, but it's okay, inshallah. So be good leaders. Wabillahi tawfiq wal hidayah. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.